Introducing Meta Ray-Ban Display, the world's most advanced AI glasses. With a full color display built into the lens of the glasses, it's there when you need it and gone when you don't. Send and receive messages, translate or caption live conversations, collaborate with Meta AI, and more. Be one of the first to try Meta Ray-Ban Display. Visit meta.com/Meta Ray-Ban Display to book a demo and find your pair.
Welcome back, folks, to another episode of True Payroll Crimes. I'm one half of the dynamic duo over here, your hosts, Brian and Walt. What's up, Walt?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good, yo. I'm feeling good, man. I'm having a lot of fun with it. You know, by the time this airs, we would have already dropped the Anita Latink episode. So
Anita Latink, yes.
I am psyched, man. I'm really happy about that. Really just still kind of, you know, just buzzing off that. You know what I mean?
On Cloud 9, right?
Cloud 9, man. Cloud 9, yeah. Word.
For her to, for all the things that we discussed with her, and for the knowledge that she dropped.
Yep.
For her being willing to be part of the beta group for us. It's just like,
man. And it's so funny, right? Because you just saying, I don't know what we were talking about it, what made us million of conversation, who knows? But you were like, a lot of why you like this, what drives you about what we're doing is the connection to people, making those connections.
Yeah.
So it's so crazy, right? And then we just continue to really make meaningful connections out there, and again, just getting love and spreading love in the community, and you know, going both ways. You know what I mean? We're a big fan of hers, so you know, just for her to be on us on the radar at all, you know, is an honor. So yeah, man, folks, look, I hope you liked it. Again, by the time this one drops, Anita's would already dropped. And we getting into some true payroll crime story today and have a little fun with it. You know, like always, I let Walt kind of lead us into this Femme Fatale, episode 56.
Yes, Femme Fatale. So this one's a little unique because there were two different crimes in the middle of this scheme that she had going. So there's two crimes that occurred. One was a murder that she was found guilty of, and we're not for sure if that led to her being caught on the other piece of this that we're going to mention here, but let's get into it. The payroll crime is workers' comp insurance fraud.
Yep.
The business type, or the type of business, is a trucking company. Bill Hall Jr. Trucking Company, to be exact. The perpetrator, Francis Hall. The place that that occurred was in Texas. Big old Texas. And again, as I said, it occurred over a period between 2009 until 2016. So for the insurance fraud piece of it, with the workers' comp, she's still awaiting trial for that fraud. But there was a murder that occurred where she was found guilty of killing her husband and his lover, where she assaulted his lover.
Okay.
And she was sentenced to 2 years over that. So the total money impact for the insurance fraud was over $9 million.
Oof.
Hey, it's Bob Pulver, host of You Podcast. Human-centric AI, AI-driven transformation, hiring for skills and potential, dynamic workforce ecosystems, responsible innovation. These are some of the themes my expert guests and I chat about, and we certainly geek out on the details. Nothing too technical. I hope you check it out.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so the first crime, she originally grabbed national attention in 2013 after being found guilty for killing her husband, Bill Hall Jr., when she chased him through a rural stretch of highway, and then she hit him with her SUV, and she also injured his mistress. In fact, at the same time of the fatal crash, Hall was chasing his mistress, Bonnie Contreras.
So just to jump back a little bit, because we kind of glossed over the fact that she only did 2 years. And the reason why it was like they ruled it a crime of passion.
Yeah, crime of passion,
Like,
or
it was like momentarily insanity or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah, like,
because he was cheating. He was cheating. He had a mistress, and she probably found out what was going on, obviously, and she was chasing the mistress and hit him with the vehicle.
yeah.
So who knows if he stepped in the way of the vehicle to try to stop her from chasing her. Like, we don't know all the details of it, but
Yeah.
she killed him as a result. That's unfortunate, you know.
Yeah,
Crime of passion.
That's how it gets. Crime of passion, momentary insanity, man. And that's why she got a short sentence, right? It wasn't premeditated. It wasn't like, you know, but that we kind of think that might have opened up other can of worms. You know what I mean? Yeah, right. So that one thing may have led to another and opened up some things.
So the workers' comp piece is like we spoke about earlier. The conviction with the murder probably prompted some investigation into her life and her background and their business together.
Yep.
So as a result, and I wonder if it was prompted because maybe he was on the payroll, and I don't know if that impacted the workers' comp or anything like that. You know, so maybe maybe that's what's prompted it.
Good connection.
And they did an investigation of it.
Yep.
And they found out, like, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Things aren't adding up.
Yep.
So the Texas Department of Insurance, Division of Workers' Compensation, discovered that in the years between 2009 and 2016, Hall reportedly filed false payroll information to the Texas Mutual Insurance Company and concealed payroll reports in order to get lower insurance premiums.
I like one of the comments on this article. He said, dang, if they saved $9 million, how much was the premium?
Yeah.
Like, geez, what were y'all paying? What was that payment like that you saved the $9 million by underreporting? You know?
Yeah. That's the thing, you know, like that's the crazy part of it, right? It's just like, that's a good point. Like, what were they paying? And I understand it's a trucking company, so they have a lot of liability.
Yes.
Like for their drivers, for the vehicles, like in case they get in an accident, like all these different things that this company had to worry about. So they were just like, hey, you know, I'm just gonna, you know, flood some of these numbers and
and it takes us right into the solve, right? Because you were like, well, you know, I initially said, oh, it's easy. And then I'm like, wait a minute, these are the owners. No, you know, there we go again with the owners, right? And what we realize is best practice, call out, hey, your owners, you know, shouldn't probably be responsible for these things because the temptation is going to be there to like, whoa, wait, if we underreport, hey, we could save a few $1 million, you know, and then this gets you put on trial and facing, you know, all the folks that we do, they're facing 10, 20 years. She's going to face more years for this than for actual murder.
They said that she can get life in prison for
this. You know what I mean? Like, folks, truly payroll crime does not pay. You know what I mean? Truly. So, you know, again, so the solve is one, if you're a business owner, then temptation is there. If you want to remove yourself from that, save yourself from that temptation, have some checks and balances in place. If it's a more than one business, right? Give somebody else fiduciary responsibility, whether it be a third party, an auditor, something like that, or your business partner, you know, maybe your number two, whatever, you know, if you can, right? Now, if it's a bigger organization, the solve is very easy. And that's why I was like, oh, this is easy. It's somebody else is going to be responsible for filing that report, and then oversight. We're going to need somebody, right, for oversight, just to pressure check. Oh, yep, these numbers look good. Payroll is that. Yep, yeah. This all looks.
We all love a legendary comeback, and Degree Original Cool Rush is back and better than ever. Cool Rush isn't just a scent, it's a movement, a fan favorite that delivers bold, fresh vibes and all-day sweat protection. Whether you have a man that spends hours in the gym, heads into the office early, or is just trying to stay fresh on a long day, Cool Rush has their back. Head to your local Walmart or Target and grab Degree Cool Rush, the fan favorite scent from the world's #1 antiperspirant brand.
Looks reasonable, and things get filed, right? Because a workers' comp audit is on your calendar, is on your annual calendar of completion to do things for a HR department, for a payroll department. If it falls there, it is one of those things that gets tricky, right? It could go to HR or it could go to payroll and becomes like a point of argument, like, oh, who does this?
At the end of the day, it needs to be done.
It needs to be done, right? And we all jump in. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So yeah, I think it's pretty simple. It's not long and drawn out. She's still awaiting trial. For the workers' comp insurance fraud, and like if she got away with not paying that's the thing. If she got away with not paying that $9 million, like, geez.
Yeah, it's a lot of savings.
What did she pay? Yeah.
Right. That's a lot of savings. And then who knows? This could be, they could be amping it all up, and maybe it's just an error in reporting. And then now it just turns into a fine, because she has that like sinister background. It's like, oh, let's put her on blast. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we've seen this before with owners taking advantage of payroll taxes, insurance taxes like this, and just saving millions of dollars. So, folks, business owners, be careful, man. Think twice about this stuff. Order the groups. Look specifically at this to help your clients, right? Yeah.
So I guess the question I have is, like, if the first part didn't occur, it's always serious with somebody losing their life and stuff like that. But if that part hadn't have occurred, do you think this would have kept going on, or you think they would have eventually caught it? Because it's because what go? Because it's almost one of those, like we say, it's like one of those reactionary things from, in this case, the Texas Department of Insurance. It's like, okay, hey, now that this has happened, let's look at it. This is like, okay, how much of that could have been prevented and caught back then if they would have looked back in 2009, 2010, or whatever. Yeah. Now I understand that it's difficult to audit everything, and I know there's going to be some backlog when it comes to all these different businesses and different transactions going on and stuff like that. So I know it's a lot, but it's just like,
yeah, I mean, I would like to say that they would have caught it eventually. I would like to say that, because there must be some reasonableness. But again, I mean, we don't know the details. If it was within reason, they could have went on for a long time, and that's why these folks do random audits. DOL does random audits. IRS just hired a bajillion people to ramp up the audits in the right places. So, that's why we have a plethora of cases that we come across with this stuff, and it's kind of repeat payroll taxes, insurance fraud, payroll bank fraud, wire fraud. Folks are just, and hey, the government is reacting to it, folks. So, and these cases are all within the last, 10, not even 10 years, less than 10 years. So we literally can see the reaction to these cases and in the government, because they're beefing up their agents and to do audits. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're always mentioning this in our regular shows, but maybe this is where an AI type of audit machine could, like, just run through that really quick, faster than a person could, and kind of just check, tick and tie, and just check it and be like, hey, and flag those things and be like, hey,
see,
doesn't seem right.
We got to be careful, because
hey, this is William Tinka. Listen, we did a series for iSolved called Heroes of HR, where we talk to HR practitioners, and these are just your run-of-the-mill, everyday, slogging it out, 300 employees in Cedar Rapids, HR pros. Mostly it's centered around iSolved and what they do with iSolved, but also they talk a lot about kind of the day-to-day rigor of HR. If you're curious about that, search for Heroes of HR wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you.
I don't give nobody ideas because it's like these agencies could develop their own bots and be like, you have to let our bot in your environment. And they don't have to, you don't have to pull nothing. You need to let my bot in your environment. And the bot goes through everything and just comes back and gives you the thumbs up and if it's a down, gives you everything to look at.
Well,
That's AI.
before it's even submitted to the state or agency.
Whenever.
Wow.
Right? Because what if an order just comes in? Hey, you've been picked for a random selection. Here, plug this USB into your mainframe, and you have to let my bot in or go log in or whatever. Log in. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Right? I don't know.
Just make sure they're from the government for real.
Exactly. You have to log onto this site, open that, boom, and then you got to let our bot in on your data, and it could just crawl it, and yep, everything's kosher. The reportings look good. What? Good.
You have to be careful because you have some. This might be a little weird, but you have manifesting power, bro.
I know.
Stuff you say, like
I know.
Okay.
You too.
I mean, I'm a little different, but yeah.
No, we just bugging. It's just coincidence. We just bugging out, yo. But yeah. So that again, that's the solution case. If it's a bigger company, you check in the person that's doing it. If it's the owners, man, again, we keep seeing these owners falling into that temptation.
Yeah. And it's probably the difference between them keeping their doors open in some cases.
Yeah.
And then some of it's just purely greed. It's just like,
because we've seen it, right? So they were balling out and the cars and this and that. Like you see it in they reporting into the articles, like But that's what makes it interesting. Like, hey, why did they do it? That'll be the circle back one day. We'll be able to start interviewing these people,
and we'll see what happens. She hasn't been found guilty for it yet. Like you said, to your point, it could have been just a mistake.
They could be, they could be taking advantage.
Yep.
We'll
see. So to Brian's point, we'll circle back on a lot of these cases that are pending and share with you the results and see if there's any updates. So I think that's a wrap for this one.
Yeah, thanks, folks. We get excited to deliver news and to deliver these things, these interesting talking topics. And that's it. We're glad you're along for the ride, and thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Subscribe everywhere you listen to podcasts and on YouTube. We're coming through with the visuals. And just look out for more to come. More to come, folks. That's it. Nice. That was good. You gotta